Wow.
You better be ready. It's coming for you. The fire is burning, and when this is through, one soul will survive. It's coming for you.
What's going on YouTube? Winning Image here today, founder and CEO of Cardfight Con, and I'm really excited for the show that we have for you guys today. We are going to be picking our round one pairings for the Cardfight Con Overdress Invitational powered by Vision, and I'm super excited for this. We've gone through this tournament process ever since we finished the very first Cardfight Con back in December, and we're very excited and finally ready to put it all together for you all to come together and enjoy. So with that being said, we have our three Cardfight Concasters here, Echo, Naru Samurai, GD Plays Games, and they're going to be joining me as well as give their thoughts on the tournament. So let's hear from them first. Echo, how are you feeling about this event?
Welcome back, everybody, to Cardfight Con's Overdress Invitational for the year 2021. I'm Echo CBG. I will be one of your commentators. And thank you very much for Sean, aka Winning Image, for drawing the brackets.
So Naru, what's been like putting together this tournament? And what do you think of it?
What's up, guys? Hello, this is Narusan. Welcome to my dojo. And Sean, I gotta say, 16 competitors and all big names. What else is there to be excited about? But I am excited to try and pick one thing. It would have to be Jesus Hedera returning back to the competitive league and getting victory once again. I was amazed at his world match with Blasters versus Overlord, and his incredible final check he did to claim victory was overall in the essence of Vanguard, and can't wait to see it again.
And Greg, what about you? How are you feeling about this tournament? Any dream matchups you want to see?
What's up, guys? It's Greg, or GD Plays Games here. I'm not really sure who I would really like to see. I think I'm really excited to see just the new wave of competitors we have, because there's so many different new names that just aren't used to seeing in the spotlight, which is really cool. And I'd love to see them play some of the bigger names like DF. So I think that's really, really cool. That's what I'm the most excited to see today.
Awesome. So before we get into that, the picking the pairings, I just want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, Avalon Accessories, Triple Sleeve TCG, and Procyon Gaming. Without all three of them, this event wouldn't have happened. They provided all so much, as well as Vision as well. Everybody really did their part, as well as our competitors, honestly. Everybody did their part to really make this event a success. And no matter how it turns out, I know this on-camera product's going to be amazing for you all. Now, with that being said, in this bag right here, all 16 of our competitors' names are in. So, let's give it a nice shake. And we're going to draw our first competitor. Let's see. For the very first match of the Cardfight Con Overdress Invitational, that person is Different Fight. Wow, Different Fight coming off very first name off the map. And who is he fighting against? Wow, Different Fight is fighting against me. Wow, isn't that gonna be something? So, I guess let's head to Echo. Let's get his thoughts on this matchup heading into round one.
Looking at the first matchup, it looks like it's going to be Winning Image versus Different Fight, our very own Sean, founder of Cardfight Con, versus the biggest creator in the game, Chris, aka Different Fight. Now, I think the most interesting thing is, as we saw the Overdress meta kind of come into its own, it's been very interesting seeing people kind of fall in love with various archetypes. So, for example, Chris falling in love with a lot of Brandgate, Sean, who obviously we've seen kind of find a liking towards Stoicheia decks, as we've seen on Clash of Nations and various other tournaments. So I think it's really going to be a question of whether we can finally see the Prison Girls lock up those furries for good and show us who really is best girl.
Thank you, Echo. Now on to the next pairing. Next up we have Triple Sleeve TCG. That's going to be John Howard going up against WCC. Wow, a team battle right off the bat in the first round. That's going to be a good one. Albert Huang, great guy from WCC. But let's hear from Frank. Frank, Naru Samurai, what do you think of this game? This is going to be a fun one, ain't it?
Man, got me on that team battle, Triple Sleeve versus WCC, the new dogs versus the old dogs, nationals versus international. It's a clash of teams for round one. I believe we have John Howard versus Albert Huang, two very strong competitors ready to put their A game on the line and try to claim the tourney for themselves. So overall, a very intense match.
All right, now that we heard from Naru Samurai, let's head into game 3. Our first competitor for game 3 is True Champion Steven. It's going to be a good one. Versus Top Deck Heroes. Wow, that's going to be a fun one as well. Really clash of kind of quote the American Vanguard content creators. What do you think, Greg, of this game?
Battle of the YouTube Titans. We've got Top Deck Heroes is Alex versus True Champion Steven. Both players like their Stoicheia, so I'm very curious to see if both of them choose to play Stoicheia or if they try to go out of their wheelhouse and play something else. It's going to be a very interesting matchup, and I can't wait to see which YouTuber brings it home.
All right, thank you, Greg. Now let's head on to game 4. First competitor of game 4 is Jesus Herrera, former world champion of Cardfight Vanguard. He played Blaster in 2017, for those of you who don't remember or are new to the game. It's a really fun one for me. Jesus is actually a cool guy. Really like him a lot. All the way from Mexico. And his opponent will be Vision. So Vision is really cool. Of course, they're hosting the tournament with us, but they also sent a team representative to compete. So this is going to be a really fun one between creator versus a champion. Only the real ones remember that one. All right. Now let's hear from Greg again. Greg, what do you think of this matchup?
We got Charlie from Team Vision, and unfortunately he got paired up against the champ round 1. He's got to play against Mr. Herrera himself. And I'm very interested to see what players the next players bring, what they bring to the table, and honestly, I have no idea who's going to take it, but I hope to see a really good and competitive match.
Awesome. Now let's head on to Game 5. First competitor of Game 5, TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter is a really fun one. TIE Fighter really burst on the scene this year in terms of Vanguard content creation. Although he specialized in premium content, this tournament is standard, so he's going to be able to play some of his cool standard decks for y'all on stream, and let's see who his opponent will be. TIE Fighter will be going up against Outer Orange. Wow. So these two I know work together in a Vanguard project known as Axis Vanguard. So it's a clash of the Axis. That's going to be really cool. Knowing who these are, that's such a punny way to put it. But that being said, TIE Fighter versus Outer Orange, Game 5. Echo, let's hear your thoughts on this game since you know both of them personally.
Oh dear, and the second matchup is looking to be TIE Fighter versus Outer Orange. Both personal friends of mine, great people, and amazing creators in their own right. Both new to the scene, so a lot in common there. But kind of like the previous matchup we were talking about, it is probably looking to be, from our experience, I believe TIE Fighter has a leaning towards Barra Magnus, as well as kind of various Dragon Empire decks. I know obviously he has a liking for the underdogs, so it might not be out of the ordinary to see a Eugene maybe pop up. Maybe we get to see a special one of those in the tournament with Outer Orange, our resident Stoicheia main, who is of course a fan of primarily Sorga, because obviously we're all aware of her massive affection for both Bermuda Triangle and Grand Blue. And I think it will just be interesting to see kind of two underdog decks, because obviously we know Sorga is extremely powerful, but maybe isn't quite there at set 1 yet. So I think this will be definitely a very amazing underdog matchups between two upcoming people in the community.
Alright, now let's head on to Game 6. For those of you who don't know, 6 is my lucky number, so I really want it to be Game 6. Everybody knows that goes to my locals, I have to sign up as number 6. Like, it's just my lucky number. Don't ask, it's a weird thing. If you see me at a BCS and a player 6, I will actually pay you for that number, because I don't have one of those. I have 69 though, which is kind of cool. But anyways, let's head on to player 6. Alright, first competitor of player 6. Living Proof, the Spike Brothers boss, quarterback 1. living proof. I think he's going to be playing Bruce, but what if he surprises all of us? Now let's see who his opponent's going to be. Alright. His opponent will be Machina Blau. Machina Blau, one of the top content creators in Cardfight Vanguard, I believe, because he does so much managing Axis Vanguard, the Reddit, all sorts of things that aren't necessarily on camera. Machina Blau is definitely a part of. Now let's head to Naru Samurai to get his thoughts on this game.
Oof, Living Proof versus Machina Blau. This ought to be an interesting one. Both are known for their nations. We have Dark Stage versus Brandgate. Living Proof is definitely known for playing spikes, so Bruce may make an appearance on his side. Machina Blau is going to be a tricky one to guess since we got Trizin and Orphis and can't seem to really get a read on what he may be going in with, but we're just going to have to wait and find out.
Alright, now that we only got 4 competitors left, let's see who's going to make up games 7 and 8. First competitor of game 7. Oh, I drew 2. Let's see. Mr. Time Leap as the first one. Vanguard Insider. Another very top content creator in our community. One who's done a lot for this game. Really respect all he does to put out consistent content with all the card reveals coming up. Especially with Overdress, V Premium, and Premium. Dude's really on top of his stuff. And he is fighting against Nexus at Night, Atlas from Nexus at Night and Nexus Corps. Now, Nexus Corps has been around the community for a very long while, so I'm really excited to see Atlas really get involved in this event and see how he does. Because Atlas, I remember watching Nexus Corps when I was like maybe 13 or 14, so this is a really fun one for me to work with. What about you, Naru Samurai? What do you think of this game?
Wow, Mr. Time Leap, aka Vanguard Insider versus Nexus at Night. Not much to say here. Podcast versus Time Traveler. If we gotta be taking it back a little bit to Eric's tweet when he got announced, he has already confirmed victory. So it's gonna have to be the podcaster challenging fate to see if it's true or not. But you know, intense match overall. Can't wait to see that Gear Chronicle hype coming in.
Awesome. And fighting in our last game for the Cardfight Con Overdress Invitational. Contestant 1 is Drive Check, another Cardfight Vanguard podcast. I was really hoping we'd get to see the Drive Check Nexus at Night clash, but I guess that'll have to wait. But Cole from Drive Check going to be competing. Round 1, who is opponent going to be? Strictly Broken TCG, another of the teams. This is going to be a fun one. Drive Check versus Strictly Broken. Podcast versus teams. 2 teams in their own right. And now, Greg, what do you think of this game?
We got Podcaster versus YouTuber. We've got Cole from Drive Check, and we got Bryant from Strictly Broken. Pretty curious to see what's going to happen. I really like this matchup. I think that Cole is a very good player. I think Bryant's a very good player, and I'm very interested to see who ends up taking it in the long run.
Awesome. So with all that out of the way, these are our round 1 pairings for the Cardfight Con Overdress Invitational. Shouts to our tournament organizer, Edward Leon, for running this and kind of putting together the bracket system. You guys could follow along via Battlefy and Twitch. All links to that will be in the description. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you all July 10th and 11th, twitch.tv/cardfightcon and twitch.tv/cardfightvision.